What's up, guys and girls? Probably only guys. I want to talk about a specific launchpad which is upcoming because if you watch the channel, then I'm a big investor in launchpads. It's the best, most easy, and safest way to make at least a 20x with crypto. And there's a launchpad. Well, there's a platform that already raised for huge projects, and they're going to expand to make it more accessible for people with less money. So if you like that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. There's a Patreon link down below if you want to get some exclusive content. So do check it out. Now, the thing about launchpads is that you can just earn a lot of money with it. It's so simple. Like, for example, if you look at CDFI and a native token S fund, right? You need a certain amount of these tokens to be able to invest in newer projects. And if you did that with a certain amount of projects, you could have made a 50x, 100x, 200, up to a 700x in the 2021 bull run. Now, CDFI is and will be, in my opinion, the number one out there. But there are other launchpads like Engine Starter, the thing is that a lot of people are looking for the cheapest launchpads out there, like AI Tech. They just created a launchpad and they are pretty cheap. For like $5,000 you can get into the highest tier. You can step up the tier still, but for $5,000 you can get the highest tier. However, I don't know if I really like that, because if you invest 5k and you already have the highest tier, yeah, then why would you invest another 5k, right? And therefore I do think that certain launchpads that are already high can go way higher. Now there is something that I am invested in, not personally, but what do you mean? That's the project that I run, and therefore I want to talk about this. Not to, if you are in the impression that my 1,500 views change anything, not to pump my bags, because I'm not planning on selling it anyway. But in full transparency of what we invest in and why I actually think that this is interesting. And that's Gains Associates. So Gains is a really interesting platform. If you do take a look at the price chart, by the way, for the people that care too much about that, it went from 5 cents to 22 cents. It already did a 4x. Oh, you missed the boat, blah, 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 blah. Again, look at CDFI. $200 million market cap. This one has an 11, so it has a 20x potential to do what CDFI does currently. And I'm not even talking about top of the next bull run. So it has a lot of room to grow, actually. Now, Gains is not a launchpad. It's more, yeah, can I call it a VC? I think I can call it a VC. I'm gonna just call it a VC. It's a VC. Invest early, wake up late. Get access to high potential early stage Web3 projects with strong fundamentals and teams. Now, what I like about this is that they have been going for a long time already. Because if you look at a certain project that they have released, you probably know it, and it's coming on the screen right now. Avalanche. And Avalanche is already an older project, but you could have invested in Avalanche back in the day and made it 290x. Now, Avalanche is of course one of these projects that stayed up there as well. Not every project that releases does well, but they have a good track record. Quant Network, CryoWar, Avalanche, Sidus, Blocktopia, CDFI's best token. You could have here invest in the seed sale. So this is, you can make seed investments here basically, right? 1000x. Holy shit. It's like crazy. And of course, there's vesting. You cannot sell all your tokens for 1000x, but damn, you make a lot of money with this anyway. They have such an incredible track record that, makes them like really reliable, and a lot of projects would love to work with these guys. But they have like these older projects, right? CoinGecko doesn't even track this, but this goes all the way back to 2018. So they have been in the space. Do I say that correctly? Yeah, for 6 years already. Fucking 6 years already. Time goes fast when you are getting wrecked. No, it's incredible. And what I like is their system, to be honest. So I just would like to really, quickly talk about their VC, and then I would like to talk about well, I cannot say much about it because it's not really out there. But they have an upcoming launchpad, and it looks a lot like the VC right here, like the seed sale platform. But like I said, it's cheaper. It's more accessible for people to get in. So this is my page, to call it like that. And we would, what do you mean, just bought 10,000 gains to see how the platform works and to get familiar with it. And we will step it up to 200,000. Um, but these are basically the tiers as well, right? So you can start as a plankton and you can go all the way up to a whale. Now, being a whale right here will cost you 200,000 tokens, which is currently $44,000. Hey, again, it sounds like a lot of money. Well, it is a lot of money. But making seed investments is not for people with small money. That's just not what it is, right? So, therefore, they have thought about making a launchpad, and there the highest tier is going to cost you 50,000 tokens, right? The highest tier. So 50,000 tokens right now is $11,000. They already have the highest tier. I think that this platform will do incredible in the next bull run because they already showed like, hey, we have Avax, we have Blocktopia, CryoWar, like Citus. They had some good releases. Quant Network, for fuck's sake, right? They did incredible already. And now they are expanding. And before the expansion is there, I just feel like, yeah, okay, I need to talk about this because they will probably, it will probably reflect in the price chart as well. So what you can do if you're interested, like I did, buy a couple of tokens and already, get familiar with it. It's pretty cool. If you have a certain amount of tokens, you can join the investors and you get to a special Telegram channel for the people with this amount of tokens. So that's what I really like. I think that's pretty unique. So I really appreciate that. Now, in my honest opinion, like if this is the most accessible way to get into seed sales. From what I read, if you have the whale allocation or the whale tier, you get an average allocation. It depends on the race and the amount of people in it, but an average allocation of around $3,000. $3,000. Well, if you get an average allocation of $3,000 on Avax or on CryoWar or on Blocktopia, right? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So that's a huge allocation that you get for the amount of money that you spend on it. Now, you can also find this on the website, by the way. I didn't even need to log in. And they are really good at finding the right projects. A lot of projects that you see right here, you probably have seen them if you are in the launchpad space. So if you are, involved with Seedify or whatever, you know a lot of these projects. You probably know Virtual Version, Paytax, DexCheck, right? Arbify, ChainGPT, G Swift, right? Like that's so cool because GameSwift, they exclusively released on SpartaDex. That's also a launchpad exclusively. But who was talking about seed investments, right? Well, they did their seed round here as well. They have Xverse, a project that we made a big investment in with What Do You Mean? But Open Fabric, like they have so much. And you can check out all the projects. And of course, like there are a lot of projects that they probably did that you never heard of because they did not do well. But a lot, they are good, right? And you know them. GT Protocol is going to be a big project in my opinion. They also did their seed investment, right? So they know how to find the best projects, and I really like that. They're super transparent. The team is really nice. I spoke to the founder of the project. He's from France, Paris, and it seems like they I don't know why that matters, by the way. I just want to tell you that. Fuck that. But it seems like they're really passionate and just very simply know what they do. And I really need that behind something. if you look at the Twitter, you can also see that they have the right eyes on them. Look who's following them, right? Chain GPT, Virtual Version, Soil, Monkey Empire, which is pretty cool, by the way. I like this project. But all these projects, Sidus, DexCheck, even Citizen Conflict, Altora, 5-Star IDO, Falcon Forged, Open Fabric, Virtua, like a lot of crazy stuff. So they definitely have the right eyes on them, which I think is super important. They are under the radar, the plug for all the projects in crypto, basically. And therefore, I need to be invested in here. And their upcoming launchpad is probably gonna do very well because they already know how to do it with their VC side, right? So, and a launchpad is basically nothing else than that, but just, you know, higher prices, shorter vestings, more accessible to the public. But they know how to do it. So this is the most easy $10 million market cap play, in my opinion, that you can make and be, you know, relative sure that they will do well. They had I don't know what it was before, but they at least already had a market cap of like 30-40 million dollars. But yeah, they migrated, so we don't have all the information on that page. Let's take a look if CoinMarketCap has it. I don't think so, though. I'm not sure. Let's see market cap. It's fucking flat. Doesn't matter. Their price, at least. Yeah, it moves interesting, and I wish I found it right here, to be honest. Fortunately, I didn't. Hey, but you can't nail the bottom. They're on PancakeSwap and Uniswap, and sometimes people might feel like, oh, why not on this CEX? Because you need to stake the tokens on chain anyway. So why would you, right? Like these are not the kind of projects that need CEX listings. I hope they won't put too much focus on that. I'd rather have them just finding the best projects to release. So I just wanted to talk about that because, again, if you look at launchpads in general, there's CryptoRank.io. This is a useful website. By the way, you can look at fundraising rounds, for example, right? You can see like, hey, SkyArk Chronicles or something like that. They raised $15 million. They will probably do something right if you have so much money. Tune FM, what the fuck, $20 million. Nobody talking about that project, but they have a lot of money, right? Well, good website, totally off topic. But if you go to launchpads, and you look, for example, what Seedify did, right? They have all-time ROIs of like all-time high ROIs of crazy numbers, but these are public sales. Seed sales are cheaper prices. Again, way cheaper prices. Look at Blocktopia. Blocktopia, it released at 3025. That was the public price, right? But the seed round was 301. So it was more than half as cheap. It's like crazy. Even the private. And that's what projects like Gains Associates offers you. Therefore, we are in with what do you mean? I think that if you are a short-term investor, then it's not for you. If you are a long-term investor and you don't mind investing in a token and getting like maybe 10% the TGE, you have to wait for half a year and then get the rest vested over 2 years, hey, then it's totally for you. I mean, most projects, like look at Illuvium, for example. If you look at the Illuvium fundraising, hey, their seed price was $3. It took a long time for this to be vested. A long time. But they're still 26x above that price. So it was worth it. And these people that got in right here, this was in the top of the previous bull market, I think. Yeah, this was March. So this was even before the bull market. They got it vested during the bear. Well, they got a great passive income during that bear market, and they never had to stress because they made one investment, got this passively during the bear, just dollar cost into other projects, and then ride this bull market up. It's so easy to play it like this. You just have to have the conviction, the money, the patience, the balls. It's not easy, but it is how you can do it, actually. So this is how I'm going to play it. So I just wanted to let you know. This was like really in depth. Well, not in depth, but it was really the main focus on gains. as this is just the most accessible platform to do this, basically. But overall, seed investments work like this. And that's the cool thing about gains as well. Usually, if you are a seed investor, projects say, okay, there's a minimum investment you have to make of like 30K or something. Yeah, not everybody has that, right? They just say like, yeah, you can come to us, right? No problem. We do it collectively, so every individual investor can pay less. So you can do this with 1K if you want. Hey, pull off a 50x on that, and you do amazing, right? And as I showed you before, 1K, I don't know where it is, or 50x. Yeah, that. Look at these numbers. These are a couple of 50x's, right? Incredible. So yeah, do with it whatever you want, but look for it. I would say I won't put something in the description so you can just click it to make it easy for you. But this is our new big investment that we are going to make. Like I said, I just have 10K tokens. Gonna buy a lot more. So if you want, you can front run me. I don't care. But these are the plays that will do it for you in this market. I'm convinced about that. So do with it whatever you want. At least research it, I would say. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I will make some follow-ups on this also when there's more information about their upcoming launchpad, etc. Because that's the most interesting thing, and that's gonna drive a lot of demand for this token, I think, as well. For now, just like the video or not. Just look if you. You know what it is? I make so much videos. Sometimes at the end of a video, I'm starting to talk Dutch again. Like, you don't understand that. Like, all I can say for now is just bye, man. Bye.